Well, I've been busy this morning. I got up early this morning, which I always get up around 7. Probably I usually feed the baby goats. And I have been out in the garden this morning. I'm hot and sweaty. Been busy picking butter beans. I picked a little bit of Dixie leaves. They're starting to have some peas coming off. I got a little bit of small cabbage. I did got bell pepper, banana peppers, and a little bit of squash and cucumbers I picked up today. But the butter beans was the main thing that I needed to pick, because I got over probably half a bushel of butter beans off my little one row, so they have really done good this year. And last night I picked off my one row of string beans. I picked it again. This makes the 3rd time picking, and I probably got almost another canning of string beans to put up. So another probably 10 more pints of string beans I can put up. So we'll have plenty of string beans this winter if we don't have anything else. We will eat good. So, but I'm planning on, let me show you with all the stuff that I did pick. Let me flip it around. So here is everything that I have picked this morning. So here's the butter beans. I'm trying to get where you can see. There's the butter beans. There's a lot of butter beans I got to get shelled. So I got some banana peppers. I got some little pickling cucumbers. I got some bell pepper. There's a little bit of cabbage. They're kind of small. I got some squash and one zucchini. Our squashes were done really good this year, and they're starting to play out, but they're still producing. And then I've got a little bit of Dixie leaf peas. There's a little bit of a mixture. It looks like purple crater that looked like something got mixed in with the seed when I planted. But they'll be a mess to eat. They're gonna be more coming off. They're just starting to get ready to pick. These are the only ones that was kind of ready. The rest of them, there might be a few in there that might be I could pick kind of close. But I tell you one thing: the bees and the honeybees and wasps and everything's out. I got stung a couple of times just picking those little bit of peas. I have 4 rows of peas, and they're starting to come off really good. So hopefully within probably the end of this week I'll have more, and the next week it'll be more. So there's little peas just starting to make. But my butter beans did really good. I'll probably end up having to pick them again at the end of the week, and I'll have more cabbage and more peppers. But I'm planning on tonight, because I'm gonna try to get them butter beans shelled, and I need to start canning my string beans. If I got how many jars I got. I had bought jars, and I had about used them all up, so I've got to buy some more jars. But I'm planning on peppers. You can actually freeze them without blanching. So I'm planning on going to probably chop some up, slice them up like you would use to do stir fry, or where you can cook. So I'm probably gonna cut them and get the seed out, and then slice them and freeze some, so I'll have this winter if I get ready to do chicken fajitas, or if I just wanted to saute some, or if I wanted some peppers to put in with when I do the spaghetti. The sauce always adds a little bit of peppers and onions to the jar of sauce. There's a lot of things you can do with peppers, and I also might kind of try to can do like some pickling, some banana peppers, so I'll have some to put in. I do a lot of pot roast and stuff, like rump roasts and in the crock pots, and I noticed I've been using that peppercini, but also last time, because I had banana pepper, last time I did a roast last week, I put some banana peppers in there and cooked, and they were really good. So I'm really thinking about canning some of these banana peppers and do it like a vinegar based sauce in there, so I can actually pour some of that in my roast when I'm cooking it, because it just flavors it really good. But tonight I probably end up shelling these peas, and we might eat this because there should be enough there for a mess to eat for supper tonight. So I'll probably cook them tonight. And I'm thinking about, I haven't tried this before, but I've seen some recipes on Pinterest and other places. You can slice this cabbage up and then put them in the oven and cook them. So I'm gonna try that tonight and see how that turns out, because we're gonna have pork chop, and I'm gonna have these peas, and I might have some squash, and then we have this cabbage, and I think that's what we're gonna eat tonight for supper. Last night we had steak, and then Saturday night we did chicken fajitas, and they were really good. I cut some peppers and bananas up, and it was good. It's just nice to have a garden and have fresh vegetables coming off that you can use for cooking. So my little garden has done good. The grass is trying to take it over, but it's been raining so much, which is good because it's producing my garden, but it's making the grass grow. And the stuff's tall now, so or we can't plow it or do anything anymore, so I had to use the weed eater to weed eat it down the road so it won't be so grassy when we picking. But that's what I've been doing this morning. So Amy's might be at work, but I've been working here on the homestead. So okay, so this is what we're having for supper tonight. You know, this morning I picked in the garden, so I had got some squash and zucchini and onions. I got the peas that I picked, the mess of peas. I told you it'd be enough for a mess to eat, so there were plenty for us to eat. I got some, I don't know if these are pork chops, or they don't look like pork chops, they look like backbone pork. I can't remember what I got out. And then I tried the cabbage, a little bit, try to burn on the edges, but I was trying to cook it with inside the oven with that too, so it would probably done better if you could cook it, have it the long ways this away and let it cook evenly, but certain parts of my oven's a little hotter than inside is hotter. But I'll see how good they taste. I used a little bit of olive oil, garlic, onion powder, paprika, and salt and pepper. So I'm gonna try and see how they taste. But this is what we're gonna eat for supper tonight. And all this is out of the garden. And these some of the hogs that we raised. So all of this has come off in our homestead. So I've been mowing grass again every week. The rain has just made the grass just go crazy. So I'm gonna do something crazy. I don't know how it's gonna work out, but I'm gonna see. I've got to mow inside the goat pen. I don't have anybody here to hold him, so I'm gonna see if he'll ride with me on the lawnmower. I'm gonna try it because it won't take me but a minute to mow in there with the zero turn, but I'm going to try. He's already had his bottle, so maybe he won't be too excited, and he'll sit right there on the lawnmower with me like he did the side by side coming down here. So we'll see, but I'm gonna film it and see how things go. did it. He was such a good little goat. He's a good baby. So he loves riding. He rode right there in my lap, didn't move. He did great. Were you scared a little bit? You weren't shaking? So, we did it. Alright, you can boogie now. Yeah. You ride the lawnmower? You did? Can you tell your daddy you rode the lawnmower today? Okay. Mommy, I'll ride some more.
Well, just got home, and Lord, it looks like we've had another one. I don't know. That ain't looking good. Little thing's laying passed out on the tarp. Oh, wait a minute. He's a-moving. What are you doing? I thought you was dead. What are you doing? You got to get up from there. I pulled up, I thought you was dead. Come to find out you're just lazy. What in the world? You better get up from there. You ain't no fainting goat. Quit playing dead. Little weirdo. Alright. Well, Ken's been in the garden all week picking our stuff. Well, our neighbors, Wayne and Denise, their corn's ready. So they had a few extra ears the other day. So Ken ran and picked some up. So I reckon tonight what we're going to do is go ahead and blanch some corn. About 3 more. I don't know if the room will start blowing good. So we're going to try to blanch some of this corn, probably put some on the cob, and probably cut some off the cob. That new vacuum sealer we got, that it works. So we're going to probably vacuum seal some to put in the fridge in the barn here a little bit. So, tell you what, every night, it's either canning butter beans, string beans, corn, or bagging up corn and blanching it. But I tell you what, we'll have something to eat this winter, I reckon. Because it sure has been a lot of work so far this summer.
I've been canning in the daytime.
Oh.
Not just at night, but in the daytime.
And Abby's done got on the couch. She don't know if we're going to can or what we're going to do, but she saw the pot come out and the corn go in there, so she flew. I don't know what in the world it bothers her so much when we do can. I don't know if it's the cans popping or the pot's boiling or I don't know what it is, but she has a panic attack about every time we get the jars out. So
I don't know. She's not scared of thunder. She's not scared of fireworks. I don't know about this cannon. She just gets scared off.
All right, time's up for this first batch. Got to be a good rolling bowl while I go. So Kim had to run out and feed the little baby goat right quick. I'm gonna try to get this first batch in the basin of ice water right quick so we can go ahead and get another part started. That's some hot corn right there. Did go drink all his milk?
Yes, he drinks really fast now. It don't take him long, which is good.
Was he laid on the tarp like he's dead again?
No, he's bouncing on it. We're gonna have to raise it up.
They have it tore down 29 tomorrow. You got there tomorrow, you need to get that measured in the trailer for that event Saturday coming up.
Yeah, I've been working in the barn the past 2 days, working on some wreaths and some arrangements, something new to put out for the event.
At least this event will be inside.
Yes.
In the air conditioning.
Yes.
They're gonna have some stuff set up outside. You gonna have like a farmer's market thing or something?
Yeah, the farmer's market. It's gonna be like it's a market day, but it's gonna be like farmers are gonna be there where the farmers are gonna be set up outside selling the produce is what they were saying. So I'll see Saturday how it really is, but
I think it's the first time they've done it. I ain't sure. I don't think they've done it
yes,
before.
it's the first time.
So we'll kind of see how it goes. At least we're gonna be on the inside air conditioning all day, and we don't have to carry anything. They're gonna provide tables and chairs and stuff for us inside, and so the only thing we're gonna carry is the racks that hold the wreaths up, and I guess some tablecloths, and that's about it.
Yeah, because we don't have to set up a tent because we're going to be inside, and they got tables and a table and chairs provided, so that's
And
good.
it's right there in town, so it ain't but like 5 minutes from here, and so that's even better. I might go there and get set up that morning. I might come on to the house. Let Kim work it by herself. You just call me when it's over with.
Yeah.
I come back to the truck and trailer and load back up and come on back home.
You might have to come on and feed the goat.
No, I ain't got time for all that. Won't you just carry me?
If I could, I could.
Stick him on them little pocketbook things that people carry cats and dogs in at the
Have to
grocery
put in a
store.
little diaper on so you won't poop on everything.
Alright, let's see how this sealer here does with wet corn cut off the cob. I haven't sealed anything that's had this much moisture in it, so we're going to see how it does. I'm going to try it first on the dry and see if that will work. If not, I'll come back and put it on the moist. That's a pretty good sized bag of corn right there. That'd be alright. He did it. Alright, I'll put it down. Alright, let's see what she's going to do. It's a lot of juice. I might go back and do the other. Well, I think we switched over to moist on its own. It did. That was a lot of juice.
It's juicy.
You may need to get something.
Drain it.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to drain it.
Oh my God, yeah, that's a lot of juice right there. Here, pour this out of the sink. Look at that.
Did it seal?
Yeah. I tell you what, this sealer right here, I was going to try it on the dry first, but it had a lot of juice in it, and it knew it. It switched from dry to the moist setting, and golly, I'm slinging juice everywhere. But even with all that juice that's in top of the bag, it sealed it, and it worked. But I got a lot of juice in this tray, so I'm gonna dump that out. Lord have mercy. That's a bunch.
I just drained it so
I'm gonna try to strain it out so it won't be quite as much in there. Well, there we go. We got our corn sealed up. Got some on the cob, some on off the cob, and that vacuum sealer right there does a lot better than what we had before. Now, it was a little bit of a job getting this off the cob to seal, because it was just so much moisture in that off the cob. These here were a little bit easier, but we got them bagged up. I think we're gonna put them in the freezer.
I brought the pickers. We actually cut and seal peppers. So I'll bring them in after we bring the corn to put in the freezer. So I just put it in the house.
Well, that old vegetable freezer starting to fill up, and we got all them cans at the house, or the jars at the house. So if the power don't go off, we don't lose all this, we'll have something to eat. What's that right there?
Strawberries.
Strawberries. Oh, that's frozen strawberries. Yeah, that'd be all right. There's some last year's corn. So there we go. Freezer's starting to fill up finally. Well, we made it back from the first Princeton market day, and there's a pretty good crowd showed up for the first time of having an event. You know, we went to the community day probably, back in when?
June.
Back in June. Of course, it's been going on for several years, so there's always a big turnout for that. But I tell you what, for it being their first event, they had a pretty good crowd, and we did good today. Met a lot of nice people again, and I tell you what, if you want to meet some nice folks, go to these events that we go to. I mean, some of the nicest folks that you can ask for show up at these events most time. Had a local farmer, he showed up, had a lot of produce, and I think he did really good today. And so overall, it's a pretty good day. So now we're going to run over and do our little egg delivery for this afternoon. try to get on back to the house and get us a little supper. And of course, the little baby goat needs another feeding again.
And we decided to name the baby goat Bandit. So the baby goat has a name now, and he's gonna be called Bandit.
Well, we didn't decide it. Kim decided. That's what she wanted to call him, I reckon. So since I reckon he's like the lone bandit now. He's by himself, but I don't know if she keeps riding around a lawnmower and gets him spoiled. He'll be riding in the truck with Abby before we're ever with. So I don't know. So
He even started getting to do tricks now. He will actually walk with his on 2 legs. Yesterday, I had to do some filming on that.
she'll have him hard to broke before we in. And before you know it, he'll be in the daggone house. So, yeah, well, I reckon we've had a pretty full week this week, and like I said, we're gonna get on back to the house and rest up a little while. Looks like it may do a little storming with us this afternoon, which we kind of need it. Well, we don't need storms, but we could use a little bit more rain. Had a friend of ours bring us about 2 loads of crush and run rock put in their driveway. Was it Friday?
Yeah, yes.
It was Friday morning. And like I say, it went from a muddy driveway to a dusty driveway. And I got on the tractor late yesterday and tried to drag him around, spread him a little bit. He did a really good job of spreading them with his truck. But there was a place or two, we got a couple of power lines crossing our driveway, and he had to be careful going under power lines. So I got the old tractor out last night before dark and tried to drag it a little bit, and boy, it sure is dusty right now. So a little bit of rain will sure settle the dust for us. So I reckon, again, that's going to wind it up for us this week. Again, we appreciate you joining us. Please like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends and neighbors. And we sure do hope to see you in the next video.